Hello and welcome to SaltWire today for Friday, June 2nd. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Police were called to a sudden death in Halifax this morning. Just before noon, police say they got report of an injured man at the Tim Hortons on Barrington Street. They found a dead man inside. Police didn't say how the man died, just that it was suspicious and that they'd be on scene for an extended period of time. Meantime, it's now day 6 of firefighters across the province working around the clock to put out wildfires that have not let up all week. In HRM, evacuees who were forced from their homes on Sunday boarded buses at the evacuation centre housed inside the Canada Game Centre today to drive out to Tantallon and get a first look at the damage. Many learned the fate of their homes yesterday when city staff called them to let them know. Around 150 homes that were once standing are now just debris.
It was hard.
Yeah, like
it was real.
It makes it real. Yeah, you look at it and there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing. When I went up, I was hoping that my shed, my garage would still be there, but
nothing.
There's absolutely nothing
Our
left on
home is
our
gone.
Yeah, nothing left on our property. So
there was a chance of getting on the bus. I take it you decided not.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. And if I do it, I want to do it with my family and by myself. The buses, a drive-by wouldn't really cut what I need to do there. I need the not closure. I don't know what it's called, but I need to actually physically go and do my thing. And with a busload of maybe not strangers, but family's what I need beside me and friends, right? So.
Ian Vanderbert was one of the people evacuated Sunday. He was fortunate not to lose his home, but he feels for the ones who have.
Oh, God, I can't. My heart goes out to him, and I know the community's never going to be the same.
While most have now seen the devastation of where their homes were, the evacuation order still has yet to be lifted. It was a hectic day for firefighters yesterday, putting out fires around the municipality while also fighting the wildfires in 30-degree weather. A bit of relief came when it rained this morning, but we're going to need a lot more.
The rain the precipitation that we got this morning, while it was very welcomed, will really only hold us for a number of hours. It wasn't enough to really be significant, but what it'll do is it increases the moisture level in the area and will keep our spread rates from getting too out of hand, and it will decrease the intensity of anything that our firefighters run into.
The Tantallon fire is still around 837 hectares and contained 50%. We're getting a first look from the province today of what their work has looked like behind the scenes in HRM. The Bedford fire is still around 4 hectares and 80% contained.
So today I'm announcing that small businesses in the evacuation zones can apply for a one-time grant of up to $2,500 to help offset the costs of unanticipated business closures. This program will open on Monday.
While there has been some progress, there's also been some setbacks of people still illegally burning across the province.
I am aware that this week officers throughout the province have issued 10 summary offense tickets in regards to starting fires or being seen near a fire or going into the woods.
A general call for a return of firefighters was made yesterday because resources were strained. And while crews were already busy yesterday, they were called to the Waegwoltic Club that caught on fire, a historic building that's now only debris. The Waeg on Coburg Road in Halifax went up in flames yesterday afternoon. Today, there is nothing left. The building was under construction from another fire this year when it broke out yesterday around 1:30 p.m. Crews started with an offensive strategy, meaning they went inside to fight the fire, but then had to back out as the fire traveled fast in the walls. The iconic landmark house has been around for more than 100 years, where families often spend their summers on the tennis courts or in the swimming pools. There's no word yet on the cause of this fire. Meantime, the biggest wildfire in Nova Scotia's history continues to burn in Shelburne County today, where most of the community has been evacuated. In Barrington Lake this afternoon, the fire was still considered out of control, covering over 21,000 hectares. About 40 firefighters from the Department of Natural Resources and Renewables and more than 40 volunteer and municipal crews were on scene. 5 helicopters and 1 water bomber was sent in from Newfoundland and Labrador. Another fire on Lake Road in the municipality of the district of Shelburne is also considered out of control, around 114 hectares. 23 DNR members are helping with that. Well, with a lot of bad news this week, there's also plenty of good, like here in Tantallon yesterday, where community members are coming together to do their part to help.
Feel like I'm contributing like we all do. I think so many of us want to do our bit of whatever that is. I mean, that's what Nova Scotians do, right?
At least 10 volunteers are running donation and pickup sites at the Sobeys and the Superstore. They've been doing that since Monday. Many of them are vet students or vet techs.
To be able to communicate with all of the vet hospitals that I have and got so many people to donate these prescription diets that these, some senior pets or some pets with diseases need, it's just amazing, and I'm just so excited to be able to take part into that and be able to do more than just what I do at the hospital too.
Vet clinics have been collecting supplies, especially specialized food, and have been dropping them here. People who have been displaced have been coming here and picking up supplies needed for their pets. Well, as we head into the weekend, it's time for another edition of Wine of the Week with SaltWire sommelier Mark DeWolf. Greek Fest is set to return to Halifax next week. Mark has a wine to match the Greek cuisine.
Greek Fest is coming up from June 8th to 11th in Halifax, so I thought, why not introduce you to a Greek wine? So this one, available at your NSLC store for about $16, look in the international section, is a blend of Muscat and Rhoditis, a local Greek grape. Muscat gives a little fragrance on the nose, but on the palate it's quite neutral, clean. Don't expect a ton of flavor from this wine. If you like Pinot Grigio, you might like this. It's also a wine you just don't have to think a lot about. Just set it on the table with some food. You can even chill it down, add some ice to a pitcher, pour this wine in it, add some lemon slices, some peach slices. You want to be really Greek-inspired, add a few rosemary sprigs, and serve it as a cocktail. So anyway, let's see you at Greek Fest.
For more wine tips, recipes, and interviews with local food and drink personalities, go to the Wine and Dine section of saltwire.com. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thanks, Kate. Today's Atlantic Sports Wire was produced by SaltWire NSCC interns Cam Dolliver and Dan Briand. Today, they take you inside the squared circle.
On June 10th, 2023, at the Halifax Forum, Three Lions Promotions is putting on a boxing event with a card full of Canadian talent. One of the most experienced fighters on that card is Kyle Real Deal McNeil, who is nearing the end of his training camp.
Like 2 or 3 workouts a day, which is what my life consists of, whether I'm in camp or not. I run every morning, I train every afternoon, and if I'm not here in the evening, I'm at my gym or another gym. That's my life, and I love it.
If you know Kyle McNeil, you know his endurance is his main weapon. So, when you go to one of his bouts, you can expect him to put on a show for the crowd in a variety of ways.
Because of that, my goals going in there is obviously to win, obviously to use my tools, but very much like my coach always says, we got to be able to go into that tool bag, and my tool bag is big. I have a lot of tools in that tool bag. So it comes down to using them to fight. And you'll see guys often go in there and they stay very, I don't want to use the word one-dimensional, but you see it. And I feel like with my opponent, I'm going to have more dimensions. I'm going to go out there and use my boxing, use my conditioning, and, outmaneuver them, outthink them, and then outwork them,
McNeil always needs to stay active. That's why his future, past June 10th, is already planned out, including his prediction for the fight versus fellow Canadian Dylan Rushton at the 147-pound weight class and a possible second try at the title.
Yeah, violence, man. It's going to be a great show. This guy's going to come ready to fight, and everybody knows that when I go in, I go hard, so it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of boxing. You'll see a lot of fighting. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Continue to campaign at 147, and we'll see what the fights bring after June. In June, I'm focused on my guy. He's a tough Canadian kid, and I expect nothing but a war. It's going to be a good show, and I'm ready to put on and put that hard work to work for me. But at the end of the day, once I get through June 10th, and I handle business, I'm going to either move down to 140 or I'm going to hang at 147 and hopefully get that big rematch, you know? And if that doesn't pan out, I plan to put on my next show October. Okay. That's my next show. So in October, we'll see what it brings. But so far, so good with promotion and fighting. Staying very active.
If you're interested in tickets, they can be purchased on the Forum's website, or you can watch it live on pay-per-view with Fight TV. In Dartmouth, I'm Daniel Breon for SaltWire.
On to weather now to see what's coming up in the weekend forecast. We're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Happy Friday, Kate. Well, I don't think I've seen this many people excited to see rain in the forecast, myself included, especially on the weekend and on a weekend in June. But fire crews are going to get a big hand from Mother Nature this weekend with some badly needed rain finally in the forecast. This evening, it will be cloudy. We'll have a chance of showers, and as we go later this evening and through the overnight hours, more widespread rain finally arrives. The temperature this evening near 13 degrees, and rain waking up on Saturday morning, finally starting the day near 7 degrees, and 11 the high on our Saturday. Periods of rain through the afternoon. On Sunday, looking at a cloudy day with some showers, and the temperature also near 11. Winds will be from the northeast, which is why temperatures will be cooler. 20 to 40 tomorrow and 15 to 30 on our Sunday. In terms of how much rain, looking at 30 to 50 millimeters of rain in HRM with similar amounts on the South Shore and for much of mainland Nova Scotia. So this is just great news for the crews battling these wildfires. There's also more rain in the forecast around the middle of next week, so it only gets better. Hopefully this will provide the relief that we need to battle these wildfires here in Nova Scotia. Stay safe. Kate?
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com. And you can find us on social media. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here Monday. Turn off the noise. Tune in to what matters. What matters is information you can trust. What matters is the news you can use to make life's big decisions. Informed healthcare choices, casting the smart vote, or opening that business. What matters is understanding the world around you. Let SaltWire connect you to what matters with unlimited access to the information you need for only $20 for the first year. Become a member today.